Tottenham Hotspur have won the Europa League after no trophy for 17 years, the first European trophy since 1984. What a massive achievement for the club, and it feels like quite a good time for English football. I'm certainly not a Tottenham fan, but seeing themselves, Crystal Palace and Newcastle all pick up trophies this season feels like a little bit of a breath of fresh air. Maybe something that we needed. Man City dropping off a little bit, Manchester United down at the bottom end of the table with Tottenham, and it is an atrocious day for them. I think for Manchester United, this result could be cataclysmic for their not only summer transfer window, but also for their future prospects, given that they're trying to build a new stadium and invest quite a lot in the infrastructure of the club. This could have a real detrimental impact. But let's talk a little bit about today's game. It was nervy, wasn't it? Neither team really wanted to go out there and attack it like we wanted to see. You could see that it meant so much to both squads. Both teams just didn't have that bit of edge that you wanted to see in a cup final. However, Tottenham did manage to get the goal. Brennan Johnson, a little bit of a lucky deflection in the build-up, but he managed to get that final touch on it. Great reactions from him to put it in the net. Bar that, there actually wasn't too many out-and-out chances in the game. Bruno Fernandes had a half-decent header in the second half. Manchester United were putting some decent crosses into the box in the last 5-10 minutes, but really, Tottenham defended superbly. Given how many goals they've conceded this season, I was not expecting their game plan to be defensive. I thought they'd go out, try score a couple, and accept that they were probably going to concede. But they did a fantastic job. One player I wanted to talk about, actually, Richarlison. He did come off with a bit of an injury at about the 65th minute, but up to that point, he was fantastic to Tottenham. He was winning headers, he was energetic, he was aggressive, and he was getting back really well. And a lot of the Spurs team were doing that today, especially in that second half. They had to show a lot of grit and determination to stop Manchester United creating much. And they defended very, very well. I think that with a full-strength squad next season, and now the addition of that Europa League money, the addition of Champions League football next season, maybe they can push on a little bit. And I must admit, it's nice to see Ange Postecoglou win a trophy, isn't it? Every headline, oh yeah, it's my second season. I told you I was going to do it. And he did go and do it. I don't want to hark on that for too long, but he seems like a proper bloke, a proper fella, someone that's quite honest with the press, maybe to his detriment at times, someone that isn't afraid to hold his tongue. And he deserves this trophy, doesn't he? You look at the Manchester United setup at the minute, maybe some of the attitudes within their players. Bruno Fernandes comes to mind, but Harry Maguire today as well. A few of them, it seemed a little bit entitled, whereas Tottenham, no trophy for so long. Ange come in, horrible season in the league after a pretty good season in the league last year, and he's finally changed the tide at Tottenham. Great for Son as well. One of the happiest footballers in the Premier League. Everyone has got to be happy that Son has finally lifted a trophy, and it happens to be in the same season that his counterpart, his partner in crime for many years, Harry Kane, has gone over and won the Bundesliga. It feels justified. And then I look at the Manchester United squad, and let me know if I'm wrong with this, but the Manchester United team, or maybe the star players more specifically, who would you pick out? Some of the more expensive, some of the ones that are on higher wages, etc., feels very reminiscent, feels like a ghost of a future past. Mason Mount, he had his heyday at Chelsea. He's not really picked up at Manchester United at any point. Yes, injury issues, but he's been pretty crap, hasn't he? Casemiro has the odd good game every now and then, but looks like he is running in treacle. There was a point today where he was chasing Casemiro back, and it looked like he'd never ran before in his life. Genuinely, he could barely even move his legs. Then you've got Luke Shaw, an England international, someone who's been playing in the Premier League for so long. Again, just looks like he's way past it. Harry Maguire was bought as one of the best centre-backs in the league, potentially even in the world at that point. Always puts a good shift in for England. Very hit and miss for Manchester United. It's like the players that are meant to drag them through and bring them up in games like the Europa League final never really seem to do it. The only one that you have any hope for is Bruno Fernandes. Genuinely, if it wasn't for him, they probably would actually be in that relegation battle this year. And if I was Bruno Fernandes at this point, I'd be seriously considering my future this summer. I know that he is loved and adored by the fan base, and he is the best and one of the most important players for Manchester United in the last decade, one of the biggest clubs in the world. I appreciate for him, there's a lot of love there and there's reasons you would stay. But if you want to win some trophies in the prime of your career before it becomes too late, he could get a move to practically any team in the world right now. And I would be doing that if I was him. Jump ship while it's sinking. You need to go and make the most out of your career. You're going to make probably pretty similar wages elsewhere. There's no one else in that team that's going to pull them through. Højlund, a massive money signing, just looks lost every time I see him play. When you're going into a European Cup final and your two strikers as options are Højlund starting and Xerxes on the bench, you know there's something has gone seriously wrong with the recruitment. Admittedly, Højlund looked quite promising at first. We were all quite excited about him. Well, Manchester United fans were quite excited about him. He's just awful. He's just offering absolutely nothing at the minute. He's still young. He could come good, but it's really not looking like that's going to happen. The team needs so many upgrades, and because of this result today, they're not going to get them. But let's speak a little bit more about what it means for Tottenham. I'm so happy for Archie Gray. As a Leeds fan, it means quite a lot. The way he left was a bit sad. I'm sad that one of our star players is gone, but it's good to see him thrive. It's good to see that he's already gone and got a trophy. I was quite afraid, I must admit, sorry Tottenham fans, that when he went there, he might just go and win the same amount that he would have won at Leeds, which is absolutely zilch. But he's won something now. Crazy how much Jed Spencer's come on in the last year or two. Glad that he got a couple minutes. And to be honest, as I said at the start of the video, I'm just quite liking this trend of teams other than the stereotypical Big Six actually winning trophies. It gives me, as a Leeds fan, a little bit of hope that maybe with the correct investment and the correct planning, we might be able to have a moment like this. Obviously, I'm not talking about Tottenham winning the European Cup. I'm more talking about Crystal Palace winning an FA Cup, Newcastle winning a League Cup. But it's just good to see it's not Manchester City, Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, and even Liverpool winning the league after so much Manchester City domination. That feels like a slight win for the footballing world as well. Tottenham, well done. European Cup champions, Europa League champions. Who'd have thought it, eh? I certainly wouldn't have done, especially with Vicario in that. He, at one point today, went to catch the ball. It bounced off his head to Højlund, who headed it, and it produced one of the best goal line clearances I have ever seen, especially in a game of this magnitude from Van der Ven, who I think if he wasn't fit and in the team, Tottenham wouldn't have gone on to lift the trophy. And even the other centre-back today, Romero, was fantastic. He was absolutely in Harry Maguire's head. Those two were having scuffles all match, throwing each other around, a little bit of what we like to see. And then even at the end of the game, I've seen some clips since, Romero goes to shake Harry Maguire's hand. Harry Maguire refuses and then goes on to try push him and start continuing that little bit of a rivalry that was there throughout the game. But that's fantastic from Romero. That's looking back now. If you're a Tottenham fan, you go, yeah, he's done a good job there. He has riled up one of the most important Manchester United players to the point where he's genuinely angry and still won't interact with him after the game. A lot of positives from Tottenham today, a lot that they can take into the summer transfer window and into next season. Please do remember to hit like and subscribe. We're going to be posting a hell of a lot of football content over the next few months. We're going to be talking transfers, Premier League predictions, Championship predictions, all the football you can imagine. Catch you soon. Peace.